Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. Currently, let's see, 11:14 in Osaka. I'm just currently cooking a meat snack. Got some fish there, got some kimchi and pork, and here with my buddy Simon.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, Simon, where are you coming in from?
From Tokyo today and from London yesterday.
All right, so my best friend Simon stayed with him so much. Oh, what was the present you got for us?
All the way from London.
Oh my god. He knows me so well. All the high percent dark chocolates. The 100% one is amazing. All right, so Simon, first impressions of Japan, and what did you bring for you on your trip?
It's amazing. I wanted to come to Japan for so long, and I don't know, I think Japan is just an incredible place. It's so different to anywhere else I've ever been. There's so much life, so much vibrancy on the streets, so much energy. So yeah, I can't wait to get out there and start shooting.
Yeah, and then we just had some bomb-ass food here in Osaka.
Yes.
The matsunabe.
Amazing food, matsunabe.
Yeah. Oh wait, so what did you bring on your trip? So what's all
yeah.
the gadgets you got?
So, photos. I got the X-T2 here
Uh-huh.
with the 23mm or 35mm full frame lens.
Uh-huh.
What have I got there? iPhone, this is for video.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually just got, trying to get a little bit pro here. I
Yep.
can't remember where I put it.
Where you
It's
got?
in my bag, but I got a little clip-on filter now with an ND filter to improve the video on there.
Uh-huh.
Got the Anchor Power Pack.
What's that?
This lets me recharge the iPhone 3 times while on the move.
Whoa. It's pretty small too, huh?
Yeah. And this thing, filming video, the battery goes pretty quick, so...
Oh, okay.
So yeah, got that. Got the hard drive for backing up.
And what laptop did you bring?
MacBook Air.
So, why'd you come to Japan?
I wanted to come to Japan for so long. I think I've been fascinated with the culture, the history, the food for a long time, the language. I was learning Japanese for a while. Yeah, it's just always struck me as somewhere that's so different to anywhere else. And hey, why not? So many things to come and check out here.
So, initial impressions of the craziness of Japan. So, the first night, you're in a capsule hotel in Tokyo, the
Yeah.
tiny little coffin rooms.
Yeah. First time in a capsule hotel, and it was pretty good. I've got to say, very functional. Like, you don't really need much space for sleeping. All you're gonna do is go down and put your head down. So the room was really comfortable, really clean. Everything, shower room, really clean. Wash up space. And nice lounge area downstairs where you've got like all the vending machines so you can get some late night snacks or drinks and just chill out.
Yeah. Wait, so what bag did you bring for your trip?
It's the Osprey bag.
How big is it?
I don't know. I know it's small enough to carry onto a plane as
Or
carry on.
open it up. What you got?
What I got? You got a... You see my dirty laundry now.
Okay, yeah.
I got a little pocket on the front here.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. You just put like the power support, some spare batteries,
Yeah.
charging cables and stuff. Then we've got dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Extra pocket here. You've got a mesh pocket there.
Yep.
And another pocket here. Which is pretty cool. You can Velcro that shut.
Yep.
And then the main compartment here with a zip pocket in the top.
Oh, that's pretty useful.
And pretty big space here. And as you can see, I mean, I got my jacket in there now, but like toiletries bag, got the tripod in there.
Oh man, that's pretty dedicated. Why'd you bring the tripod?
Because I like doing night photography and kind of early morning, late night photography, and being able to do use slow shutter speed.
And then show us your gimbal and your vlogging setup.
Oh, okay. Another bag for that. Although this did actually all fit, with the exception of the gimbal, it all fit in here for carrying onto the plane.
So tell us more about your ideas of doing video and starting your own channel and stuff like that. What's that like?
Yeah, I've been passionate about photography, food and travel and language for the longest time.
Yep.
So really want to do something with that. So I'm starting off with some food videos.
Oh, cool.
At the moment doing kind of food videos of the different kind of bake shops, cake places, dessert places that I'm visiting along the way while I'm traveling. Going to be doing some videos cooking when I'm back home in London.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. I think if I can travel more, then that will definitely help that, and I'm definitely down for traveling more.
Oh, okay.
This
So what is that?
So this is a clip-on filter. Fits the iPhone 7, which I've got here, as well as other iPhones.
So what do? You clip that on,
Yeah, fits there.
and then what do you do?
And then I can put my ND filter on, which is this one.
So what is the purpose of that?
So this, when you're shooting video, ideally you want to be shooting at 24 frames a second if you want to have a kind of cinematic look. Because 24 frames per second, it gives a certain amount of motion blur. Like if you shoot higher than that, it kind of looks a little bit hyper realistic, just because to the human eye it doesn't seem natural. That's why like a lot of movies and everything you see will be shot at 24 frames a second. The ideal thing to shoot that with is then have your shutter speed double your frame rate. So if you're shooting 24 frames a second, you want to have a shutter speed of 48 or 48th of a second.
Oh, interesting.
Trouble is, if you're outside and it's bright daylight, then you're going to have completely blown out footage. So what this allows you to do, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the video, is turning this, it allows you to control how much light you let into the camera. So you might be able to see, you can actually see the iPhone lens there.
Cool.
And as you turn it, it gets darker.
Yeah.
So rather than changing, well, you can't change the aperture on the iPhone, but instead of changing the shutter speed or the ISO, you can just dial that.
And then what app are you using to actually record video on this?
I'm using Filmic Pro.
So why is that app good?
It's one, I read a lot of reviews, and this one got really highly rated. And let me see if the... 1 second, it's not... change into landscape. There we go. It got a lot of good reviews. So unlike the native iPhone app, you can change things like the frame rate, the shutter speed.
Oh, cool.
As you can see, you can pull it in here. So I can change. I've got this frame rate set to 24 frames a second. I can then lock the shutter speed to 48th of a second.
Whoa.
You can then change the ISO there.
Whoa.
And it's quite dark. I've got the ND filter on, so it's quite dark in here.
Yeah. So if you take that off.
Or you see, I just adjust it.
Oh, so you can just adjust it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
And that way, you've got that. You've got focus, which you can have it as autofocus, or you can lock the focus.
Yeah.
You've got focus over here as well, so you can actually use manual focus.
Whoa.
And just your focus over there. And then in here, you've got under settings. So you've got different frame rates you can shoot at. You've got different resolutions. So at the moment, I'm shooting in 4K. But if I want to shoot slow motion, then I can take that down to HD or 1080p. And then that'll go back to frame rate, and I can shoot up to 120 frames a second.
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, so this just allows you to control many more features of the iPhone camera than you can with the native iPhone app.
And then you have the gimbal too?
I've got the gimbal here, yeah.
So what is the gimbal, and what's the big deal?
So the gimbal allows you to really stabilize your footage. So if you're moving, if you're tracking things, then it'll keep your footage way more stable. And essentially, this is the gimbal. As you can see there, it can rotate this way, and also like this. So it can stabilize your phone or your camera. You can actually get an adapter to put a GoPro in here.
Oh, whoa.
And it can stabilize it, so when as you're moving around, this stays way more stable than if you were just hand holding it. It can't obviously control for if you're kind of moving up and down or front and back, but it stabilizes on 3 axes. So it just makes your footage way more smooth.
And you got lights and what other?
I don't have lights, but I do have a mic.
What else did you bring?
Where's my mic? This is my I'm gonna call it my run and gun vlogging setup at the moment.
Yeah.
Using my Manfrotto tripod bag, not having the actual tripod in it at the moment. Because one of the things when you've got like the ND filters, the clips, the mic, the iPhone holder and everything, is like if you have to break this down every time you finish shooting, it's a pain in the ass and you'd never vlog again. But yeah,
that's
so
a pretty cool
literally
setup.
just pop that in there.
So that's the microphone.
Yeah.
And it's got a... Is this a default setup? So it's actually a lightning cable for your iPhone?
It's not actually the default. So the default, this comes with a different cable.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, that's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, I swapped this one out. The standard one will connect to your kind of DSLR or your Micro Four Thirds camera, and then it draws the power from the camera. But it won't work with the iPhone, so you actually have to swap out this cable and then stick an adapter on it to fit it to the iPhone.
So then you just plug that into your iPhone?
Yeah, so then I can just loosen up the adjuster here.
Does the audio quality sound that much better on the microphone?
Yeah. It sounds better, and also having the dead cat on the microphone. If you're outside, it cuts down a lot of the wind and everything.
The
as
what?
Well.
The what?
The dead cat.
It's called a dead cat? That's a horrible name.
I'm not sure that's the technical name, but that's what I've heard it called more than anything.
Oh,
so.
man.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool setup.
So I am. Oh, I'm actually copying video at the moment, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, yeah, it's all good.
Oh, I'm
all
actually
good.
videoing Cindy as well. Hey, Cindy.
Oh.
um, but yeah, so that's the vlogging setup right there.
Yeah. So, why do you like YouTube?
Um, I grew up before YouTube, and the amount of things that I wanted to learn that were just difficult to learn, or even whether it was learning a language or learning to draw or learning to, I don't know, b-boy or anything like that, you know, you were limited to what you could find on TV. If you managed to record something on the VHS on the TV,
Yeah.
what you can find in books or even buying DVDs. I think YouTube just makes so much information accessible, and you know, just with a few tap of the keys, you can pretty much learn how to do anything. So I think, yeah, like I spend so much time on there watching videos on photography or videography and cooking as well. So, yeah.
So, you know, last time we were in, we hung out with you in London. You know, we really encourage you to start your own photography, food, vlog, YouTube channel. So, what have been the challenges in terms of making your own video content / what kind of tips or words of advice would you give to other people who, you know, they had, you know, some sort of ideas they want to start their own YouTube channel, but there might be some sort of friction or some sort of hesitancy to do so?
I think one of the biggest challenges is just getting started, because I think when you start talking to a camera, it feels really unnatural. And I actually started out by doing some videos. I haven't posted anything online yet, but I've been recording some videos just to really get used to talking to the camera. And I think one of the bits of advice I think you gave to me, and also Lisa as well, my wife, was, you know, just talk to the camera like you're talking to someone you know. Explain it like you're explaining it to me, which, you know, is an easy, simple idea, but it still takes a while to get used to that. So I think actually just having gone through the process of, you know, filming me making a few things in the kitchen at home, filming a few kind of vlogging trips to bakeries or to patisseries or whatever, has really helped with that. And yeah, so I'd say that was one of the biggest challenges. I think another one is getting caught up in the technicalities, because I think, you know, I had the iPhone,
Yeah.
and then I was like, actually, let me get a mic for it. Then I started filming things, and I started watching, and maybe this is the bad side to YouTube,
Yeah.
I started watching more videos on
Yeah.
videography, and I was like, oh, I need to shoot at 24 frames a second, which
Yeah.
means I need this shutter speed, which means I need the ND filter. And I have the ND filter now for the iPhone, but it doesn't fit my moment lens, which is a wide angle lens, which actually kind of messed me up today when I was trying to shoot a vlog, and you know, you couldn't see everything. But so yeah, I think, you know, really starting as much as you can with what you have, because I think actually if you look at videos on YouTube, there's some really bad quality videos on YouTube.
Like my videos.
Not like your video. No.
Yeah.
No, there are some really bad videos on there,
Yeah.
and they still get views.
Yeah.
So really, like, the baseline is very low. I think the main thing is really to start, you know, getting out there, getting the videos out there, because, you know, in 6 months' time, no one's going to be, you know, watching the first videos that you put out there, but at least by then you build up the momentum and your videos have got better. And actually, if you're still doing it after 3 months or 6 months, then you can justify going out and buying, you know, another lens or a better camera.
Oh yeah.
And that's really been one thing I've tried to kind of crack on with this setup, because certainly having the XT2, you know, I started thinking, oh, actually, I need a gimbal for the XT2, and I need an image stabilized lens for the XT2. And then, you know, and it just builds from there, and suddenly, you know, you spent £2,000 and you still haven't posted a YouTube video. So yeah, albeit the video quality would be better on the XT2, I think this one suits me better at the moment. It means that I can get started.
Yeah, that's actually really good advice, because I'm actually recording this currently on a GoPro Hero 3. I don't even know how it's like 4 years old. And yeah, and I have a small little Olympus mic that's hooked up to the back, and it's probably the easiest video setup. And I often have paralysis by analysis too, is that you have too much camera gear or you're just worried about the best technical settings. It kind of gets you in the way of actually producing the video. And I've always believed that content is king, you know, as long as it's interesting to me, or if it's formative, it's casual. And also with bigger video cameras, it's a little bit less personal too. That's why I like, you know, using an iPhone or even using a GoPro or something small and simple. Just keeping it simple, because I think a lot of people have so many good ideas for their own YouTube channels, but it's often like paralysis by analysis. Oh, I have to buy a dedicated video camera. And like even my buddy Todd, who started his own channel, he bought a Canon Pro video camera, and then he just found out that using his GoPro is just way easier. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what kind of videos you make. What website can people see more of your photos and follow you?
I'm on Instagram under Jacobs the Baker at the moment.
Wait, so what's your Instagram handle?
Jacobs the Baker.
How do you spell that?
Jacobs and then Baker.
Hmm.
And actually, before I forget, one other tip that I think actually builds off of something you posted the other day, Eric, was around just because somebody else has done it before doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
One of the things, I was watching a lot of YouTube videos before I came out to Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things that really became apparent as I was doing this was that there were certain people that I saw doing a video, and then actually I really liked their video, so then I go and watch another video of theirs. And so, you know, there's a guy called Pablo from Tokyo. I watched a lot of his videos, and you know, he's done a video on Tokyo, he's done a video on Kyoto, he's done a video on Osaka, and there are a lot of other videos out there about Kyoto and Osaka and so on. But because, you know, I find the way he explains things and the places that he checks out and the way he reviews things really useful, I'm buying into him as much as I am buying into the information. So I follow him and I follow other videos that he puts out. So just because other people have done videos on these places, his videos really bring something new to it. So yeah.
Well, shout out to him. And then, what's your website?
I don't actually have a website at the moment. So
Your
yeah,
photography?
just Instagram. Yeah, just for Instagram. For
You
now.
took off your photography website?
Okay, that website. That website. You know what? You're calling me out, Eric. I gotta actually check that one.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate. Is it working?
It should be. I think it's coming up now. Yeah, it's simoncjacobs.co.uk.
Okay, I think it works.
Yeah.
So sorry, spell that out again.
Yeah, Simon, Simon, C for Christopher, and then Jacobs, JACOBS.co.uk.
No, I'm so glad that, you know, we're all here together. We're gonna have lots of fun adventures. Anything I'm particularly excited for?
I'm excited. I'm excited for everything. Getting out there, shooting, seeing more of the streets, just walking the streets and absorbing everything, and then eating loads of good food, which, you know, I know you guys are gonna find the best places for me. So
oh yeah,
looking forward to that.
So
for
the
sure.
question is, so we're in this tiny Airbnb, right? How are we all gonna sleep in this room? How are we gonna set this up, Cindy? We're gonna probably take our futons and Tetris them
We're all
here.
good friends, right?
Yeah. Well, it also shows that you could, you know, travel on a budget and not worry too much about all the craziness. And the most important thing is the loved ones and the friends you spend time with. So excited to spend more time with you, Simon. Excited to see your videos. All right. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.
Peace.